All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Lalema Aneja Dang. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says nations supporting, promoting and funding terrorism should be made accountable for their actions. Fifth meeting of the Governing Council of NITI Aayog to be held at Rashtrapati Bhawan this afternoon. Prime Minister to chair the meeting. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh calls upon DRDO scientists to focus their energies on flagship programs of national importance. World Elder Abuse Awareness Day is being observed today. In the ICC Cricket World Cup, hosts England defeat West Indies by 8 wickets. And in hockey, India take on South Africa in the summit clash of FIH Men's Series Hockey Finals in Bhubaneswar this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called for united efforts from the global community to eliminate terrorism from its roots. Addressing the plenary session of SCO summit at Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan, Mr. Modi said all humanitarian forces will have to unite to counter terrorism.
इस खतरे से निपटने के लिए सभी मानवतावादी ताकतों को अपने अपने संकीर्ण दायरे से निकलकर एकजुट हो जाना चाहिए। आतंकवाद को प्रोत्साहन, समर्थन और वित्त प्रदान करने वाले राष्ट्रों को जिम्मेदार ठहराना जरूरी है। एससीओ सदस्यों को आतंकवाद का सफाया करने के लिए एससीओ रेड्स के तहत सहयोग की पूरी क्षमता का इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए। भारत आतंकवाद से निपटने के लिए एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर के सम्मेलन का आह्वान करता है।
The Prime Minister also called for international conference against terrorism. He said that nations supporting, promoting and funding terrorism should be held responsible and made accountable for their actions. In the meeting, the member states of SCO stressed that there can be no justification for any act of terrorism and extremism. They also reiterated their intention to focus on expanding and deepening cooperation in trade, finance, investment, transport, energy, agriculture, innovation and cutting-edge technology. In the Bishkek Declaration released after the meeting yesterday, the member states urged the international community to strengthen global cooperation in efforts against the menace without politicization and double standards. Prime Minister Modi and Kyrgyz President Jeenbekov also held a restricted meeting to boost bilateral engagement to the next level. The two countries exchanged 15 documents in various sectors in the presence of Mr. Modi and Mr. Jeenbekov. Prime Minister held bilateral meetings with the presidents of Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Mongolia and Belarus on the sidelines of the summit. After the completion of his 2-day visit to Kyrgyzstan, Prime Minister returned home this morning. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will chair the 5th meeting of the Governing Council of NITI Aayog at Rashtrapati Bhawan this afternoon. This will be the first meeting of Governing Council after a new government took over. Here's more from our correspondent.
The agenda before the 5th Council meeting include rainwater harvesting, drought situation and relief measures, aspirational districts program, transforming agriculture with special emphasis on Agriculture Produce Marketing Committee APMC Act, an Essential Commodities Act, and security-related issues with specific focus on left-wing extremism districts. The Governing Council will review the action taken on the agenda items of the previous meeting and deliberate upon the future developmental priorities. The Governing Council of NITI Aayog comprises the Prime Minister, Chief Minister of all states, Lieutenant Governors of Union Territories and other special invitees. The Governing Council presents a platform to discuss intersectoral, interdepartmental and federal issues in order to accelerate the implementation of the National Development Agenda in the spirit of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. Anupam Mishra, AI News, Delhi.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held the 6th pre-budget consultation meeting with leading economists in connection with the forthcoming General Budget 2019-2020 yesterday. The main areas of discussion included boosting economic growth, job-oriented growth, increased macroeconomic stability, fiscal management, and increase in investments, among others. An official release said the economists put forward their view that this budget should set the tone for the next 5 years and that it is a unique opportunity to promote manufacturing through Make in India. Union Minister for Human Resource Development, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, has directed the heads of Indian Institutes of Technology, IITs, and Indian Institutes of Information Technology, IITs, to make 1-year and 5-year plan for holistic development. Chairing a meeting with directors of all IITs and IITs in New Delhi yesterday, Mr. Nishank said these institutions are foundation stones in making a new India. The Uttar Pradesh government has started single window clearance for rolling out telecom infrastructure in the state to expedite mobile networks and broadband connectivity. The application for permission can be submitted on UP government's Right of Way website launched yesterday. UP Deputy Chief Minister and Minister IT and Electronics Dinesh Sharma said the portal will help streamlining and speeding up the permission process as well as helping in expediting the telecom infrastructure rollout across the state. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has said that the interests of home buyers is supreme and that they should get their flats as soon as possible. He asked the builders to fulfill their promises to home buyers. The Chief Minister was reviewing the performance of the 3 local wings, Noida Authority, Greater Noida Authority and Yamuna Expressway Authority in Greater Noida yesterday. He also discussed the traffic, development and industrial issues during the meeting. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh reviewed the progress of research and development activities in the area of defence technologies at DRDO headquarters in New Delhi yesterday. Mr. Singh appreciated the commitment and dedication of DRDO scientists. He directed them to focus their energies on flagship programs of national importance. Chairman DRDO, Dr. G. Satish Reddy, and other senior scientists gave a detailed presentation to Mr. Singh. The Defence Minister also met the Army Chief General Bipin Rawat in New Delhi yesterday. Mr. Singh complimented Army for ensuring the highest level of professionalism, the continuous readiness against external and internal challenges, and their role in nation building. In Madhya Pradesh, precautionary measures against outbreak of Nipah virus have been taken by the Guna district administration. The move comes after a large number of bats were found dead in the premises of National Fertilizers Limited NFL. The Gwalior District Health Department has also issued an advisory. Our correspondent has the details.
Chief Medical and Health Officer of Guna informed that all staff members have been alerted and a team of veterinary experts were sent to collect samples for ascertaining cause of bat mortalities. People in the region are being made aware about the Nipah virus. However, experts said that bats might have died because of the heat waves, but administration taking all necessary precautions and waiting for the report of veterinary experts. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO has, for the first time, opened its laboratories for Indian school students to undergo 2-week training from this year. The first batch of 108 students drawn from all states and union territories recently completed their exposure in its laboratories in Bengaluru, Sriharikota, Thiruvananthapuram and other places. The training module has been devised as part of its new Young Scientists Program or Yuva Vigyanik Karyakram Yuvika. A report from a correspondent.
Children normally raise thousands of questions on space and its interstellar objects. To quench their thirst of knowledge on space, the ISRO has come out with the novel initiative of Yuvika. Every year, students who just completed their 8th standard, representing all the states, are being selected for the summer course. Their interaction with space scientists in high-profile space laboratories during the training is set to prepare a fertile ground for meeting India's future requirement of quality manpower for its ambitious and new-age space programs. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
World Elder Abuse Awareness Day is being observed today. This day is observed to voice opposition to the abuse and suffering inflicted on elderly people in physical, psychological, emotional or financial form. It was officially recognized by the UN General Assembly in December 2011 following a request by the International Network for the Prevention of Elder Abuse. According to the UN, around 1 in 6 older people experience some form of abuse. It is predicted to rise as populations age worldwide. Here's a report.
According to the UN, around 1 in 6 older people experience some form of abuse. It is predicted to rise as populations age worldwide. Elder abuse can lead to serious physical injuries and long-term psychological consequences. It is a global social issue which affects the health and human rights of millions of older persons around the world. It is predicted to increase as many countries are experiencing rapidly aging populations. The global population of people aged 60 years and older will more than double from 900 million in 2015 to about 2 billion in 2050. Suparna Sekhya, AIR News, Delhi.
India Meteorology Department has said that the cyclone Vayu is likely to change its course and may hit Kutch coast of Gujarat on Monday and Tuesday. It said the cyclone is likely to recurve, but its intensity is likely to get reduced and it may hit the coast as a cyclonic storm or a deep depression. Meanwhile, Gujarat government said it is monitoring the movement of the cyclone closely with IMD and necessary precautions are being taken. It has asked people not to panic. In Uttar Pradesh, heatwave conditions continued with the maximum temperature touching around 45 degrees Celsius in several places. The sweltering heat has affected normal life, preventing people from stepping out during the day. In ICC Cricket World Cup, England defeated West Indies by 8 wickets at Southampton last night. Hosts England achieved the target of 213 runs in just 33.1 overs, losing 2 wickets. Joe Root, with unbeaten 100 runs and 2 wickets, was adjudged man of the match. Earlier put into bat, Caribbeans were all out for 212 in 44.4 overs. For England, Jofra Archer and Mark Wood claimed 3 wickets each. Today, Sri Lanka will take on defending champion Australia in London at 3 p.m. while South Africa face Afghanistan in Cardiff at 6 p.m. In FIH Men's Series Hockey Finals, India will take on South Africa in the Summit Clash in Bhubaneswar this evening. The match will start at 7:15 p.m. In the semi-finals yesterday, India defeated Japan by 7 goals to 2, while South Africa defeated USA 2-1. Meanwhile, the women's format of FIH Hockey Series Finals begins in Hiroshima today. 9th-ranked India, led by Rani Rampal, will try to make it to the qualification round for the Tokyo Olympics. They open their campaign against Uruguay in a Pool A match today. And now, for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Abhishek Kumar.
Thank you, Lalima. The Hindustan Times reports that thousands of doctors across India held protests in solidarity with West Bengal doctors yesterday. Patients suffer as protest intensifies, headlines the paper. Metro Man writes to Modi against free rides for women, reports the Delhi Age. The former Metro chief E. Sridharan has urged the Prime Minister not to agree to it as it would set a bad precedent. India to hike tariffs from US from Sunday is the Financial Express headline. 29 US goods like apple and almonds have been chosen. 8 to 10 hours for Manali Rohtang trip, room cancellations soar. Headlines the Tribune. Traffic jams are regular in Kulu Manali area and irking tourists. And finally, after 100 years, Badrinath, one of the 4 revered Char Dhams, is debating as to who wrote the Aarti, Pawan Man Sugandh Sheetal, Dhan Singh Barthwal, a local, or Fakhruddin Siddiqui, reports the Times of India. And with that, it's back to you, Lalima.
Thank you, Abhishek. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says nations supporting, promoting and funding terrorism should be made accountable for their actions. 5th meeting of the Governing Council of NITI Aayog to be held at Rashtrapati Bhawan this afternoon. Prime Minister to chair the meeting. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh calls upon DRDO scientists to focus their energies on flagship programs of national importance. World Elder Abuse Awareness Day is being observed today. In the ICC Cricket World Cup, hosts England defeat West Indies by 8 wickets. And in hockey, India take on South Africa in the Summit Clash of FIH Men's Series Hockey Finals in Bhubaneswar this evening. For details of these stories and more, you may log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.